Our special guest tonight is Dr. Edward Reitman. Dr. Ed, as he is affectionately known, is the author of "You're Okay But Don't Know It Yet." As a practicing clinical psychologist for 50 years, he's well known as a media personality and a frequent contributor on major network television stations. Dr. Ed has appeared on radio stations across the country and was recently interviewed nationally by Larry King. His real claim to fame is that my wife thinks he's fabulous. Dr. Ed, please tell the studio audience exactly what motivated you to write this book and a little bit about its content.
I'm a practicing clinical psychologist, and when you practice for a long time, you have to have a center thought about what's common in most people, what's going on inside. And it's my feeling that every one of us is far more capable and worthwhile than we actually realize, actualize, or benefit from. The truth of the matter is that all of us have a little kid inside who somehow says to us, "You can't do that. You're not good enough. You aren't strong enough. You aren't smart enough. You aren't thin enough." And somehow we come to believe that notion. As a result, throughout our lives, we fight between here and here, trying to convince ourselves that we are indeed okay, that we can succeed. And what we have to do to make it in this world is to come to the realization that all of us are imperfect. We're human beings, not gods. And if we can come in touch with the human being inside, the little kid with his scars, his warts, all of his problems, and learn to love him and accept him, we can then go out in the world and succeed because we're at peace with ourselves. Most of us who come to therapy, who have problems, tend to point their finger at their spouse, their parents, other people, and say, "That's my problem." When in fact, the real problem that each of us experiences is not with others, but with ourselves. When you come to peace with you, you can come to grips with everyone else and the world at large.
I would like to know why someone should buy your book.
Well, they should definitely buy it, and here it is, because it is, in a sense, a therapy course. If you read the book from beginning to end, it will be as though each chapter is another session in therapy. And believe it or not, reading this book can give you probably as much insight and help with regard to coming to peace with yourself than going to a therapy session. So it's a wonderful exercise in self-development and growth, but in addition, it's a good adjunct support system for any therapy that you've had heretofore or plan to get in the future.
Thank you, Doctor.
It's my pleasure.